So as y'all know, I've been playing Beastform for a pretty long time since I took a whole break. But recently, I've been trying to finish that 29th Spirit Bear quest. So this video is just gonna be how I did it. So I've been working on this quest for a long time now, but I didn't know where to start. I was almost done with it, so I looked through the quest and saw that there was some stuff I need to do. So I decided I was going to do one of the fields to get them out of the way. Both of the fields that I had left were blue, so I went to go get the diamond mask. I didn't know which field to do first, so I went and let RNG decide for me. So I had gotten bamboo, which is the one that I was hoping to get. It had more pollen, so I wanted to get an earlier start on it. So things were really starting up for me now, but then something happened that changed it all up. To be honest, I had almost completely forgotten I even had that passive ability. Guiding Scars give 2.5 times pollen instead of 1, so I went over to the blue flower field to boost there instead. There were a few seconds until I could use a glitter, which would really speed the boost up. So after about 5 minutes, I had made some serious progress on the quest, but I noticed my boosts were running out, so I went to go empty out my bag and then do the last of the boost. After emptying out my backpack one final time, I noticed that I was almost done with my badge for the blue flower field. So I figured that would be a good side project to work on. So I decided to do one of the smaller parts of the quest to get it out of the way for later. So I donated 25 tropical drinks to the Wind Shrine and got this in return. Now looking back, I don't know how I got such big wins for the sunflower field, but I'm just grateful because it helped a lot with the white pollen. So I went up to the white booster and prayed to the beast form gods that I would get a sunflower field boost. And I don't know if it was On It or ELOL that came through for me, but I got that sunflower field boost and was ready to grind. I could not believe my luck. I had great wins, a great boost, and then the guiding star in the sunflower field. All I knew was I was about to get some stacks on that field. So I was about halfway done with my boost and things were going strong. So here the boost was done, and I had almost completed the white pollen section of the quest. After emptying out my bag, I decided I wanted to take a little break from the quest. So I handed in some other quests, did a sprout, leveled up my bees, and then took a short break from the computer altogether. So after my break, I came back ready to grind again. So after the previous day, I had made a lot of progress on the quest. So I wanted to make even more, match that progress, or maybe exceed it. So I started by going back to the blue field booster to hopefully get bamboo or blue flower field. With all that grinding, I hadn't even realized I was almost done with my Blue Flower Field Grand Master badge. That'll be a nice boost in tickets once I get that. So I finished the Blue Flower Field section of the quest. Now all that was left was the bamboo field and some other things that I had to do. So I decided that I would finish up the white pollen and get a jump start on the bamboo field pollen. So I just grinded in the bamboo field for like about 10 minutes. So I was finally finished with the white pollen section. Now the only pollen I needed to collect was the bamboo field pollen. It had been a few minutes and I knew that this type of grinding wouldn't work. So I went over and did a boost instead. Now before going up to do the boost, I decided to get the most painful part of the quest out of the way, donating 25 glues. Now I was working on the gummy boots and it made some progress, and 25 glues was really going to set me back, but I had to do it if I wanted to finish this quest. So day 3 had come and I was ready to boost, but before I show you how that went, I have to tell you something. I had finished every part of the quest except for bamboo field pollen and leaves. Now leaves have proven to be a big challenge for me throughout my whole time playing, and it was no less of a challenge this time. I had to collect 500 and I was about halfway done. Now if you're not familiar with what leaves are, they're pop-ups that have a random spawn chance on the fields, and if you collect on them, then they'll drop a token. If you're lucky, they'll spawn an aphid. But this is not what I wanted when I was collecting leaves, because it tells me that I have to have tokens from leaves, and aphids don't drop any tokens from leaves, so I had to make sure that I didn't get unlucky this time. The way I was farming leaves was very inefficient and I knew that I was going to have to change it, but when I was about to, this happened. I had gotten another guiding star, and this time it was on the field that I wanted, so I knew that I was going to have to do my boost now and I couldn't mess it up. So my guiding star had went out, meaning the boost was finished. While I didn't finish that section of the quest, I was pretty happy with my progress. So I decided to keep working on the leaves and then finish the bamboo section later. My strategy was to run around in the fields so that I could collect as many leaves as possible. I knew that the lower level fields, specifically the sunflower, spawned the most leaves, so I spent most of my time there. It had been about 15 minutes and I was already mentally and physically exhausted, but I knew I had to continue this to finish this quest. It had been about 45 minutes and I was finally done with the leaves section of the quest. Now all I needed to do was get 1 billion pollen from the bamboo field and I was finished with this monstrosity of the quest. So it was day 4 and I was planning on finishing the quest this day. To get the last of the pollen from the bamboo field, I just decided I was going to use a glitter and hope for the best. $3 million, $2 million. 1 million, let's go! So I had finally finished the quest. After months of grinding, I I was ready to hand it in and claim those rewards. It was so satisfying looking at the billions of pollen and other things that had been completed, and I knew I was about to get my rewards. After all that grinding, I didn't think I could take on another really hard quest, so I hoped this one would be easy.
No! Skip it up and down.